At least 20 people have been killed after Islamic State gunmen targeted a prison compound in the city of Jalalabad in eastern Afghanistan. Reports indicate that as many as 10 rockets have been fired at the Jalalabad air base before the attack on the prison complex. The prison at Jalalabad houses Taliban and Islamic State fighters. The assault began with a car bomb blast near the prison building, followed by 2 minor explosions. The explosions were followed by a direct assault by around 25 Islamic State gunmen. The government has deployed security forces in the area. It's now more than 14 hours since the beginning of this standoff. At least 20 civilians have been killed and more than 42 civilians have been injured in this deadly attack. We are also getting unconfirmed reports that 8 Afghan security personnel have been killed in action. 3 of the 25 attackers have been taken out by the Afghan forces, but the prison continues to remain under the attackers' control. Around 50 prisoners are also reported to have escaped the prison during the gunfight. 15 of them have been recaptured by the authorities. The attackers are reportedly foreign nationals and came to Jalalabad with the intention of burning down the prison building. This attack comes merely days after Afghan security forces neutralized a senior ISIS leader near Jalalabad. Eastern Afghanistan has long been considered a stronghold of ISIS militants in the country. These are the latest visuals of the deadly attack carried out by 25 ISIS terrorists on a prison in Jalalabad. We are getting reports that many civilians have died in this attack. Even some Afghan security forces have lost their lives. Now, the standoff continues. We'll continue to get you all the latest updates as the situation develops in Jalalabad. 10 rockets were initially fired at the Jalalabad air base before the militants attacked this prison complex. All right, joining us now is WION's Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik for more details on this developing story. Anas, over to you.
Well, absolutely, Shobhit. It's been over 15 hours since this attack at Nangarhar main prison. The central prison is ongoing. About 15 hours ago, first 10 rockets were fired at the Jalalabad air base. That was a diversion as it was seen. And then after that, a suicide explosion, a vehicle-borne improvised explosive device that was carried by a suicide bomber. It exploded at the main gate of the Nangarhar prison. Following that, about 25 fighters of the Islamic State are said to have stormed the Nangarhar prison. Initially, they had taken over some of the residential compounds as well, but then they had eventually moved towards the main prison compound, which is now said to have been overtaken by the Islamic State fighters. Now that has been the Taliban have distanced themselves from the attack. Islamic State has claimed it. The ANDSF, or the Afghan National Defense Forces, security forces, they are there on the spot, on the ground, and they are trying to regain back control. About 15 people have been confirmed killed in this ongoing attack that is currently ongoing in Nangarhar. About 42 of them have been injured. We've seen some helicopters as well patrolling over the vicinity. It is unclear whether they were helicopters from NATO or the US alliance, or they were from the Afghan army. It is still unclear to say, but the spokesperson to the governor Nangarhar, he has confirmed that the attackers are in number, that the ambush has indeed taken place. Islamic State, over their Telegram channel, they have officially claimed it. Amaq news agency has also claimed it as well. Now, if I talk you through the area, Nangarhar happens to border with Pakistan. Jalalabad happens to have a border with Pakistan. There's a turf war that is ongoing since 2014 in that particular area, because it is said to be the stronghold of ISKP, or Islamic State of Khorasan province, which had set its foothold over there. The turf war is ongoing between the Haqqani network of the Taliban and the Islamic State. And in 2016, the US had also dropped the mother of all bombs in that same vicinity. Now, if I talk to you about that prison, it houses both fighters from the Taliban and the Islamic State. So this is a very crucial and critical moment, given that the attack comes in the backdrop of the assassination of the ISKP leader Asadullah Orakzai just a day later, and then it also came on the third day of Eid in Afghanistan, during that very time when the Afghan Taliban had announced their ceasefire, and it was supposed to end the same day. Therefore, a lot of eyebrows had been raised, and as we speak, the operation is currently ongoing to get a hold of the compound back to NDSF. Some of the inmates did escape, about 50 of them, they were said. 15 among them said to have been captured by the Afghan National Security Forces, and as we speak, the attack is currently ongoing.
Right. Anas, the attack is ongoing, and we'll keep coming back to you for latest details. But the report suggests that these attackers involved in today's attack were foreign nationals. So is this an attempt by foreign powers to destabilize any sort of peace process that is currently underway in Afghanistan?
Well, ISKP has fighters from both the Uzbek side, and we've recently seen that that UN report that it has fighters from the subcontinent as well. Therefore, foreign by virtue of what is being said by foreign nationals are those who are non-Pashto speaking. They could be Turkmen, they could be Pakistanis, they could be people from Bangladeshis, or for that matter, Uzbeks as well. It is too early to ascertain their exact nationality, but what the report the reports that are coming in, that they were those who were non-Pashto speaking. Therefore, they're being termed as foreign nationals. Now, as I said, this comes at a very critical juncture, given that the US side is all keen, and they have been pressing the Taliban to disassociate themselves from foreign fighters, and we've seen foreign fighters detracting themselves and shifting their allegiances to IS from the Taliban. So the Taliban have also pledged that they would not be allowing any foreign fighters. Therefore, in the backdrop of the killing of ISKP leader, and then this attack coming on the third day of the ending of Eid, coincidentally on the same day that was supposed where the Taliban and Afghan government ceasefire was to end. Therefore, it holds a lot of significance, given that Zalmay Khalilzad is still in Doha, and he is advocating for the Taliban, for the Taliban, or rather on behalf of the Taliban.
Right, Anas Malik getting us all the latest details. We'll keep coming back to Anas for more developments on the story, but like Anas was mentioning, the attack and the standoff still continues in Jalalabad in Afghanistan. 20 people have been killed after Islamic State gunmen targeted a prison compound in the city of Jalalabad in Afghanistan. And before the attack on the prison compound, the terrorists had fired as many as 10 rockets at the Jalalabad air base before attacking the prison complex, and 3 attackers have been killed so far, and the standoff continues. We'll keep getting you